Hello, Chaos Coordinators. Happy Friday. Welcome to our mini workshop for this week. We are going to be talking directly to my direct sales friends who are going to be going to conference. Now, I do hear that Facebook is being a little sketchy. So I am streaming live on YouTube. So hopefully my chaos crew peeps are going to come over here and hang out with us here. So just another reminder of why it's important to be able to reach people on lots of different places. Okay. But anyway, we are going to be talking about getting ready for your conference. So I have ours coming up in August. So I have already started planning. And I'm going to show you my current planner for conference. I'm also going to show you a couple of the inserts that you might want to consider adding to a conference planner. But I really have two that are in my planner, and the other ones are just potentially something you might want to put in yours. So if you are in direct sales, I'd love to hear which company you're with or where you're heading for your conference. So just drop that in the comments. I think that, I think I'm live. I should be live. Sorry, I got a message on my screen, but I'm pretty sure it's about Facebook. It is what it is. I think that I'm live, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, if you are coming back to watch the replay, just drop hashtag replay so that I know that you came back and watched. But like I said, we're going to be talking about direct sales conferences. This is usually like a big time of year for conferences with the direct sales industry. And if you have never been to one, I highly recommend that you go to yours if your company offers them. They are so much fun. I've been to multiple with a former direct sales company, and then I've been to two leader retreats with Tula 12. And this year is our first year with Tula 12 where we are going to actually have the whole field is able to come to hang out with us. So Amy, hi. So this actually was a t-shirt that was made by my, well, it was designed with our leaders. This was our leader t-shirt last year. So we all came one day wearing this shirt and red bandanas on our heads, and it was just a lot of fun. So if you want the image, I could probably find it for you, and you could have somebody make it for you. But yeah, so we had this from our leaders last year, and that is one of my favorite things about going to retreat is just getting excited, doing things together as a team. It really helps build that camaraderie and those relationships with your fellow leaders. So most of them that are coming this year, I've met. But I am excited to meet some new people. I'm hoping to see a few more leaders there this coming August. They still have time to be able to join us. So I'm really excited about it. But just in general, when you're going to conferences, it's just great to meet new people. It builds excitement about whatever product and whatever industry you sell. It really is an incredible experience. I can't say enough good things about attending conference. So if you are in direct sales and you have the ability and the opportunity to go to your conference, I 100% recommend it. Okay, so now let's just assume you're going to go, okay, because they're awesome. So let's talk about how you can plan for that trip. So give me 1 second to switch things over. All right, so this is our headed to conference insert. I got it with a plain white cover this year, but you can obviously create or pick any of our insert designs for that. I just wanted it plain because I'll probably doodle on it or color in it, that sort of thing. So that's why I got it in the plain color. And then the very first thing in here, I actually get to color this in today because it is now 2 months before our trip. So I am going to just color this in. So I love that the very first thing in here is a countdown because that's going to help you build that excitement around your trip. It's going to keep you motivated to getting there, and it's going to do and then it will also help remind you of how much time you have left to do stuff. So I actually worked on some of our gifts today. I like to do just some little trinkets for people. So we normally have done that with the leaders. But this year I have 3 teammates coming with me. So I'm super excited. Yay, Amy. I'm excited to see you. So yeah, it's going to be a ton of fun. So I went ahead and put the dates so that I can remember them. And so then it's easy for me instead of having to like actually count down again. So I've already put in the specific dates for when I get to color things in. But I love having this in here to just help you get excited. The next thing that's in here are some travel pages. So it's going to help you keep up with your travel reservations. We are staying at an Airbnb, so that's what I put over here. But it gives you a place to keep up with all your accommodations. Also, to-do list before leaving. Since I'm driving, I need to wash and vacuum my car and make sure I have an oil change and tires rotated, all that kind of stuff. I also just added some reminders. So my gals are hanging out with me after the trip for a day. They leave the next day, so they're going to stay in our little tiny house. And we're actually doing even another detour to see another friend on our way to conference. So I love that we're getting to do that. The next thing is pages for your packing list. So I've actually divided mine. I've got craft supplies, and I left lots of room for that because you just never know when you're going to a planner conference. You never know how much craft supplies you might want to take. And when you drive, you get a little more flexibility with that. But also I want to make sure I get all my gifts packed. And of course, road snacks. So food and snacks that I need to bring. So you do have a packing list. And then there's a place for your itinerary overview. And you can see that we have actually already started doing some meal planning just so that we could work on our budget. We were working on our budget together. So we started thinking about what we were going to do for meals and that sort of thing. So there's a place for your itinerary. And then, of course, I know I hate to talk about dollars and cents, friends, but there is a place for you to create a budget and then a place for you to track your purchases and spending. All right, this next one, it does say schedule of events on both sides, but we were brainstorming some of our leader gifts and swag bags and things that we're doing for our team. I did cover it up because I do have followers who are going to be there and I don't want them to see it. All needs to be a surprise. But we already started doing some of that, so I'm just keeping up with that here. But I did use the next page for our schedule of events, and you can see I used some of our deco paper here to just make it pretty, and then I printed off our schedule, and I just have that here. So this is a great place for you to keep up with all the important things and keep it all together. And again, it's going to keep you excited and inspired. So you have lots of room for your schedule. Then there is room for meeting notes. So they're basically like a well noted. So you have several pages for that. And then the very back is memories and new friends. So this is like the storyteller layout. And I'm going to show you something that we did with the one from last year. But this is a great place, especially if you have a Sprocket printer. That's on, I don't know if you saw it, it is on my packing list. But basically it's a photo printer that you can print directly from your phone. So you can take pictures at conference and you can print them out right there and go ahead and put them in your headed to conference planner. And now everything from conference is all going to be in one place. So you have a place for you to keep up with all of your new memories. Okay. And then the second one I have in here, this is the quote and bubbles insert. And what I'm going to show you this populated in the one I have from last year. But this is a great place for you to grab maybe new inside jokes that you create with your teammates, important quotes, just motivational things that you hear during conference. This is a great place for you to put them down and just make it pretty. You may want to just put things on a sticky note as they come up and put them in here. And then at night, you can actually do like a really pretty layout to just make it a little prettier. But so all the pages in this look the same, but this is a great place for you to keep quotes. You could have people leave you inspirational messages. So, you know, kind of like a yearbook sort of thing. You could have people do that. So you can, there's lots of options with the quotes and bubbles, but this is a fantastic insert to have in your conference planner. So those two are my must-haves. And like I said, I'm going to show you the quotes and bubbles from last year. So one of the other leaders in our group actually made this for us. She was so sweet. So this was from our leader retreat last year. And so she put in quotes and photos, and listen, friends, they're just hilarious, but you had to be there. So, but this is a great, and yeah, so this is why I'm driving. So I was the first one to get there. And every time they would say they're 20 minutes away, and yeah, they totally went the wrong way. So it was 4 more 20 minutes. So that was the longest 20 minutes ever. It was just such a funny story, which I did not tell very well. But things like that you can kind of keep up with in here. Again, these are pictures that were from conference. So again, that Sprocket printer is a great addition. And then there were a few extra pages, and I probably have more stuff that I should put in here so I don't forget it. But this is a great insert for keeping up with memories and jokes, and as well as information that just hits you the way that you need to hear it. It's just a good place for you to keep it up. All right, another insert you may want to consider is an address book. I know this is a little old school, and everybody's going to just want to be Facebook friends. But what I can tell you is that I have met people at conferences before. They became my Facebook friends. And y'all, they're on my friends list now, and I don't remember where I met them. I mean, I kind of know that I met them at conference. Now, this is not with Tula 12 because it's been small groups. So I know everybody from conference. But if you are like me and you like to send snail mail, this is a great way for you to get their information. But again, you can get their email and things like that. So this is just a great way for you to collect their address. Even if you don't get a mailing address, just get a little bit of information about them, maybe like a quick note to just remind you who they are, something about them so that maybe you'll remember who they are. This is a fantastic thing to just add to your planner. Okay. And then I'm going to show you what I did with the storyteller from last year. So she actually created us one, and this was from the leader retreat. I don't know what she's doing this year, but she gave us cards, and they were just the right size to fit in the storyteller. And my thought was that I would actually write notes and see, and I know this now, I need to do it as we go because I won't come back and do it. But there were just lots of cards. So I put them in here so that I could remember what we did. So these were some of the ones from last year, and I loved in the middle, they were blank. So we did kind of like a yearbook page, and everybody signed everybody's insert. So but you could absolutely do this with the quotes and bubbles. I think that's actually a better idea. Okay. All right. So those are my suggestions for a conference insert. Now you could obviously add, like if you or somebody, maybe that you have some really big speakers and you're going to have a lot to write down, you might want to just grab a journal. You might want to use the well noted. The blank insert is also fantastic, or the dot grid. It gives you a lot more flexibility to write notes or doodle or whatever, scrapbook. I love the idea of having it all in one. So I am planning to keep the headed to conference, and that's where I'm going to put my notes this year. Because honestly, I'm not entirely sure what I did with my notes from last year. Yeah. So, I know that they're in an insert. I just don't know where that one went. So I think by having it all in the headed to conference insert, that's going to help me keep up with it. And I'm going to know exactly where to go to find that information. So, so the headed to conference, the quotes and bubbles, you could do the well noted, dot grid, or blank if you know that you're going to want to write a lot of things. The address book is great for capturing information about people that you meet so that you can stay in touch. I'm very much a proponent for connecting outside of your team as well as within your team, because you can get a lot of great ideas and synergies and collaborations with people who are across those team lines. And I love that about our leadership here at Tula 12 is that we are connected. We are working together. We're all working towards the same goal. And there is, if I asked Terry for help, I guarantee you that she would step up and chip in. My accountability buddy, my pacing partner is Dawn, and she's on a totally different team than me. and we work well together. So finding that person that you really kind of connect with is going to be really important no matter what conference you're going to. I think just having, making those new connections, meeting new people, and being able to stay in touch with them afterwards is going to be super important. And that's going to help you maximize the benefits of going to conference. So hopefully these were some good ideas for you. If you have questions about anything, drop them in the comments and I will come back and answer them. But I think that was really kind of the bulk of what I wanted to just chat with you through. So if you, like I said, if you have more questions, I will be happy to answer them. Okay. All right. I will see you guys later. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. And don't forget, have fun at conference and pack your sunscreen because I'm pretty sure we need them everywhere. All right, friends. I'll talk to you later.